Namaste. Wherever you are on this planet, I'm grateful to get to talk to you. You know, when you are existing in this new reality, there are no more strangers. That thing doesn't exist. I remember in 3D, when I was there, it was like, oh, but there are like strangers everywhere. I don't know them. Like, I mean, I felt like that, oh, there's a big world out there. But now that I don't feel separate in the same way anymore, I feel like this world is very small, kind of. It's like, I mean, Earth feels super small. Everything feels super small. I feel like I am in a dollhouse, like in a doll world, like where people, like everybody is like wearing this. It's a bodysuit. Bodysuit. We are all wearing a bodysuit. But deep down we are all the same. And you can have this deeper connection with people, and you know, when your heart is open, you feel this. It's such a different reality. It's so weird to be in this world. I mean, I cannot really believe that I am still on this plane, because I feel like that I have died. And I'm still here. Like, when I say died, I mean, I feel like this previous version of me has died. It's like, or you're like, you reach a new level in this game, sort of, and you're no longer in that previous stage. It's a whole new, it's like a whole new world. It's a whole new experience. And it's like, when I'm thinking about, when I'm accessing these memories in my mind, which, by the way, it's all here, it's all now. But when I'm accessing these memories in my mind of my past, it feels like it didn't really happen to me. It feels like it's there, and I know that yeah, it has happened. Or, I mean, it's happening right now even, but it's super far away because it's in like it's a different dimension. It's like a different movie, whole different template. Which template are you playing in this world? Because you choose. You truly choose. You choose. Remember that. You choose. Because you can play in that 3D template where you are in the mind space, where you are in separation, where your state of consciousness is a very, very much lower. Or you can choose a 5D template, and I mean, that's just the beginning. You can get like, it's just the beginning. But the 5D template to me is, yeah, it's a whole new dimension. And if you're not there, I mean, you know it if you're not there, and you know it if you are there. It's just like they say, you always know if you are in love, if that's like really, if you're really in love with someone. Well, basically in 5D you are in love. You are constantly in that state of wholeness, in that state of love that's in you. And that's why, I mean, when you are there, you can't, you won't even ask, am I in 5D? Because you know that. You feel that. All you feel is love. But I mean, yes, I have been shifting, like experiencing very different vibrations. Because I mean, I've been purging a lot of emotions. And in those times, like, I'm just crying and crying and crying. But I mean, this emotion that I feel, or that I felt, let's say last Sunday, I went very deep. It was like that I felt so, you know, alone in a very fake world where everybody has like a closed heart, and where everybody is like wearing a mask and nobody's really seeing me. And I felt like it was such a deep purge because I was just crying and crying. But I mean, that was just that vibrational reality that I experienced in that moment. And I mean, I feel it's very important to go to the depths also, as well as the highs, because it's this reality, you know. We gotta face all parts of our being and allow them to come up. I mean, I feel like that was just kind of a kickstart for the next couple of days, when, I mean, of course, I got like a flu in my body, because my body wanted me to fully surrender and rest and do nothing, and that's why I had to be off from work and stuff, which was really good and needed. Like, literally, I went through death again. I've gone through death so many times, but I'm just laying on my bed and like, I am nothing. I am nothing. I fall into this nothingness, to this void where I am not even, I'm not any being. I don't really feel like anything. It's just, I mean, this all around me here, it's like as distant as it gets. Like, there is no single urge in me to do anything. Not like eat, not like drink, not like any human stuff, not like, because I'm not a human in that state. I just exist. I am like in this, I just exist, you know? It's like this, you're like fully, like you are, well, physically you have a body in this game, but you're not in this game. You are not in like any form of, you know, identity, whatever. Like, you don't feel like this, let's say like this soul identity or something, because I mean, that's the thing, like, we're in this physical, we have this physical identity, but like, that's just the end. Like we have, like, in the astrals, we have, like, there are so many planes of existence. We have like our soul and all this, like, when I talked about this starseed things and all this, it's beautiful, but it's not like any more real than anything. I feel like, I mean, there is no me, there is no really like anything. I mean, in that state, I mean, it would feel impossible for me to go and play this role, because this is really such a, like, all this earth thing, it's a role play, it's a playground, and when I'm realizing it all the time, I don't want to play in that other template anymore. That's also something I've realized lately. Grounding. When everyone was saying that, oh, you have to ground yourself, I had understood it kind of in a different way before. And I was always saying, I don't want to ground myself, I want to fly high. But now I realize that grounding doesn't mean that you should, like, ground yourself in that 3D template, sort of, like, ground yourself, like, think in this mental, like, be in this mental state, because I sort of thought that grounding was being in that, you know, mental state where you have all in control, sort of, that when you are in your mind, in that kind of space. And I didn't want to get into that space. I didn't want to feel heavy in my body. I didn't want to, like, I just felt like I don't want to go to that earth anymore. And I don't need to go to that earth anymore, because it's not interesting to me. It feels like an illusion. It feels like a reality without depth, without the heights, without this higher awareness. But I mean, grounding doesn't mean that. Grounding means that you connect to this planet, that you connect to Gaia, that you feel this love of Mother Earth, that you feel this love towards your body, your physical body, and to Earth, you know, this connection to Earth. It's a very beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing, and it doesn't mean that you have to, you know, go into the society and be super I don't know, like human in a way, because I feel like that's already past. Now we, in this new reality, we are existing in our divinity. We are existing in oneness. Let me say that I think the void that I mentioned, that nothingness, it's sort of like, yeah, it's the other, because like nothingness and oneness at the same time, it's like, that's the thing, that is, like, I am nothing and I am everything at the same time. That's how I felt a lot, and that's also like, that I kind of go back and forth with, because in this, like, because before I get into this full like oneness and I'm resting in God, I might fall into this deep void, like nothingness, like, oh, I am nothing, I'm just, those are like, yeah, those exist at the same time. And I feel, that's how I feel, like, I mean, I feel one with everything. But now, I mean, I feel like, yeah, that's the thing, when I was in that nothingness, what I got out of it, when I came out of it, sort of, was like, okay, I see this whole thing. I see this reality. I see this is a playground. I see this is, I see like, you know, souls come here to explore and experience something. Exactly, experience something. Because, I mean, this is not really real. This is a dream. This is a dream. All that you see around you, like, how could it be real? Like, how could this be reality? I mean, that doesn't hit into my head. I mean, fit into my head. Because it's so, like, it gets crazier and crazier every day. Like, I mean, last night, and I mean, all the time, when I'm thinking of anything, like, when I'm thinking of my parents, when I'm thinking of my family, when I'm thinking of this, like, I'm thinking of how this body came out of my mom's womb, and it's such a crazy thing. And I'm thinking of just everything. It's a cosmic joke. This reality, like, this experience is a cosmic joke, and we are players here, like, you know, having fun. It's meant to be, you know, an experience, a growth experience. We are like learning here. We're experiencing something other than, you know, this nothingness, oneness, which is really the state that, like, we are. It's not just a state of being, it's what we are. We are nothing and everything at the same time. I mean, I remember, like, back in the past, I didn't quite understand it in the same way. But now that you actually experience it, it's like, oh, whoa. I get it. I get it. And it feels super far away. Like, everything that I ever, you know, like, believed in that other template, in that previous version of me, when I'm thinking of that, it's literally, it's a different dimension. It's a dimension of separation. And once you are in that, and once you identify with your ego, and once you are there, it is, yeah, maybe you can say that it's a human experience, because we are having a human experience, but it's a very different experience in this, like, it's a, you know, you experience a lot of shades. It's really, like, I feel, if I am there, like, crying and experiencing this kind of sorrow or whatever, I feel that deep down my soul is fucking enjoying that. My soul is loving that experience. Like, it is just, this is all just every single moment. This is just expansion of the universe. This is just expansion of the universe, nothing else. Universe, dream. It's a dream. Enjoy this world. Enjoy this dream, my love. enjoy. Because that's what it's made for. And yes, rise back to your power when you feel like it. Take back your true identity, which is not even, I mean, God is a word, but it's not like you have an identity when you are everything. But I mean, you could say that you come back to your godliness, your divinity. And that's all we ever seeked for in that other template of reality. All we seeked for in 3D. And I mean, it feels almost impossible for me these days to go into that other template or like interact a lot with people in that other template. I mean, I can, and I do when I work and stuff. But it's like somehow we are always trying to find some kind of harmony with the vibrations around us. Or some kind of, like when I go there, I take on this role, but I do it consciously. I take on this, identification of Tiina, and I kind of dress myself in that. I mean, I'm already dressed. You see this body here, but with my mind state, sort of I look at it. This is a game, and what's the point of being in the game if you don't play? It's a playground, but you don't need to play in 3D, you don't need to play in Maya, in the illusions, you don't need to go into that kind of, if you don't want to. You can truly be the creator of your life because you are God. You are. Because you are in control of your vibrations, and it's all vibrations, it's a vibrational reality. Manifested energy in physical form. You know this stuff. You know this stuff, my love. You know this stuff. But again, I feel like every time, all the time, I could be just laughing at this cosmic joke. We in bodysuits on a planet spinning around the sun in the universe. But it's a really cool thing to be here. But the thing is, you want to maintain this higher state of consciousness, because from here, it's no suffering, because you are in peace. You are fully in peace. There is no reason to stress. Things that are a major part of this other template, the 3D reality, are things like stress. But if you're not putting yourself into that linear separation mindset, there is no stress, there is oneness, there is love. Your very essence, because you're opening yourself up to your very essence. You know who you are. You will always know who you are. I am is kind of the first step. When you say that, I am, it's like you're stepping into this me, you, they, he, or whatever. You're stepping into the role play already, sort of. But it depends on your perspective. When I say I am, I can also speak I. From this oneness perspective, I is God. That's everything. I is source. It's I am. Yeah, I've had a lot of astral travels recently as well. I think I could share them in another video, more of that. But it's also this whole reality thing just unravels in front of my eyes. Allow yourself to be yourself, to be in oneness. You don't need to go into separation, because that is all illusion, that is a game. And we are on Earth, and we have a mission on Earth. And it's very real from this perspective of, like, you know, this planet, from the perspective of the dream, it's very real. And now that you're here, I mean, you chose to come here, so make the most of it. But I'm just reminding you that you can create the reality of your dreams. You can be the you want to be. You can, like, really stand in your power. You are a god in a bodysuit. You are. Embrace your divinity. When you embrace your divinity, you embrace your power, and you are fine. Creating your dream life, everything feels beautiful. Everything feels perfect. Everything is synchronicities, because you are having fun in you. You are having fun in you. Because it's universe, it's one. And when you understand how this works, you know that you get what you receive, you meet the right people, all this, you know, you're just meeting different aspects of you. There is no reason to be afraid. Ever. Because you know what this is all about. You trust the universe because you trust yourself. You can choose the 5D template, you can choose the higher template, you can choose to exist in this higher state of consciousness, in this dream world, because it really is a dream reality. It's really dream-like once you are in that high vibration. We are there. We are there. Feel this. I love you. I love you. I am you. You are me, and we know each other. We are no strangers. I'm not a stranger on the internet saying some shit. I am another aspect of you. And you know that. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Namaste.